Okay, don't know if I'm going to have time to explain what I'm doing here. I got started later than I had in mind, but I've entered an online limitless tournament with my Serperior team. The best version so far, except I changed a couple of Terra types. And the reason is, I always said I would go back to this team. I've taken my time to do it. I've kind of found other things I'm enjoying working on right now. But I was meant to get back to it, but pretty much every recent metagame development, I think, has been bad for this team. Sneasler's dominance, Dragonite, Goldango stuff now. I probably had some more in mind earlier, but I can't think of what right now. But, and just looking at the Pokemon, like, Garchomp is falling off. Talonflame doesn't seem very popular right now. People seem to be moving on from Primarina. Tyranitar, I think, still can be good, but it's under a lot of pressure on a team. Grass types are a little iffy, apart from, like, Rillaboom and Amoonguss. So, yeah, I feel like while I was taking a break and working on other teams, the metagame just completely passed this one by. But we're going to try it out tonight and see how I feel. And honestly, that might determine, or help to determine at least. This is like an 8-person limitless tournament. I don't know how much info I can get from it. It might only be like 5 people once it gets started. But yeah, see if this can help to determine whether I still want to work on this team at all. Because this team is feeling very outdated right now. But I haven't actually played with it in a bit, so we'll see how it goes. And like I said, this is more or less the best version. I have Grass Pledge on Serperior and Miracle Seed. I could go Focus Sash and Glare again. I don't know. But I am for the first time running Terra Poison Primarina on this team and Terra Ground Garchomp. Otherwise, it should all be familiar. But this could be this team's last stand potentially. Probably not. Even if it is completely cooked, I'll probably use it again late in the format at some point, just because I worked on it for a while and enjoy it. But yeah, I might be done with seriously working on it, but we'll give it a go right now. I don't know why this tournament hasn't... Oh, it has started. Okay. Yeah, 5 people. Well, is what it is. This one wasn't even announced on super short notice like they sometimes are. But oh well. This opponent has Sinistcha, Clefairy, Snorlax, Incineroar, Kommo-o, Kingambit. So this is that like Wolf Glick setup Kommo-o stuff from, I don't know, Reg E maybe? But that doesn't mean it can't be dangerous. Set up Kommo-o and of course Belly Drum, Snorlax. Yeah, I don't really know if I'll get any useful information from this tournament. But I knew that I didn't want to retire this team even temporarily without giving it one more go somewhere. Okay, opponents checked in. Oh, I didn't clean this stuff up. I was really rushing to get the stream started. I was eating a big bowl of pasta for a little bit longer than I meant to be. Okay, got my opponent's name. Let's challenge them. Regulation H. Best of 3. Hey, maybe I'm getting that late start adrenaline again, right? We can only hope. Just wait for them to accept the challenge. Unless they're saying something on Limitless, but they're not. I'm going to let them know that I've sent the challenge so that they know to check for it. Because they might just not be looking at Showdown or something. There we go. Yeah, this team. Good luck, have fun. Let's try that again. Good luck, have fun. I typed it, but not in the box. Okay. How do I win this? Oh, I also have Taunt on this Talonflame. That should be Will-O-Wisp. I just copied an early version of this team, and I didn't catch that. But Oh well, Taunt might actually be valuable in this matchup. Um. Okay, they broke item clause, so they had to fix their team. It happens. Okay. Honestly, I don't hate trying to set up Serperior into this because the fact that they need their setup could buy me some time. I also could do Goldango with Trick. I could do Talonflame with Taunt. What does their Clefairy have? Their Clefairy doesn't have an attack, so if I taunt it, no, if I taunt it, that's very good. I'm actually going to lead Serperior Talonflame game 1. I will bring Goldango in the back, and do Tyranitar. Yeah, Assault Vest Tyranitar might be okay. Okay, we see Incineroar and Snorlax, so they can fake out Serperior, but not Talonflame. I actually just have a free taunt into Snorlax, don't I? To deny the belly drum. And I'll go for a Leaf Storm too. They can fake out Serperior if they want. Okay, they protect. But they're not going to knock out Talonflame turn 1. U-turn Serperior. Does a lot of damage. What's Serperior? I don't know. They can Rage Powder. You know what? I think this is the first time ever that Terra Grass Talonflame is going to be useful to this team. I'm going to click it and taunt that Snorlax anyway. That means I can't Terrasilize Serperior. But I think I'm fine with that. And of course, Serperior can't be Rage Powdered either. That is definitely the first time I've ever Terrasilize the Talonflame on this team. Anyway, I didn't closely look at which Serperior set I was copying. Hopefully it's the one that's faster than Mousehold, but it might be the bulkier one that I was running for a bit. They do get Trick Room up, but no Belly Drum. I kind of want to go out to Goldango here. How much is the Snorlax going to threaten it without any boosts? They Body Slam Serperior and the crit, so that's a little unfortunate for me. Matcha Gotcha does a fair bit to Goldango actually too. I think I can go Tyranitar here. I do have to watch out for a Matcha Gotcha burn, but it's not super great odds for them. I'll go knock off into Sinistcha and... Can I just make it rain? Gambit comes in, okay. And Incineroar. So, alright, this position is taking a turn for the worse for me. I might have tunnel visioned a bit into that Snorlax. At least the Incineroar will take sand damage now. Yeah, actually, I might just lose to this King Gambit. Let's try not to. Gonna preserve Tyranitar so that they can't, I don't want them faking it out and then doing a ton of damage when I probably need it to damage King Gambit. But yeah, I'm just not keeping up in this game, even though their team feels very outdated too. There goes my Goldango. And I just need Tyranitar to win at this point, which I don't think is especially realistic. Especially when Rock Slide misses the Rock Weak Pokemon. Flare Blitz can knock out Talonflame now that it's a grass type. Maybe with a million Rock Slide flinches I can win this. Hey, it's not impossible, right? I feel like I should have looked more closely at Incineroar set. I might have wanted to knock off Sinistcha there, deny a Trick Room. I went for Matcha Gotcha anyway. And they missed, okay. King Gambit has the Assault Vest, so they can't protect it. I'm just going to go right for a low kick. I don't think they've Terrastalized yet, have they? We just have to hope. And we've hoped in vain. Okay, so we lose game 1. And yeah, this team definitely felt awkward in this one. Although, again, my opponent's team is not exactly representative of the current meta either. And I see this team sometimes in these tournaments before, so it may be that they've been playing this for a while. Just check their open team sheet on Limitless. It does have 2 assault vests. Good thing they let me know up front. Yeah, I still want to lead Talonflame, but maybe with Tyranitar this time. I'll bring Garchomp and Goldango, basically looking for more coherent offense. We see the Clefairy and the Snorlax. This means they can redirect the taunt, of course, because Clefairy gets Follow Me and not Rage Powder. So I'll just Rock Slide, try to flinch Snorlax, and I'll taunt Clefairy. Clefairy now can't move. We don't get the flinch into Snorlax, but Clefairy cannot click Follow Me this time. What they can do is switch to Sinistcha, heal Snorlax, have Rage Powder available after, and they can protect Snorlax this turn. So I'm going to try to cover that by going Knockoff and Brave Bird into the Clefairy slot. If we do see Sinistcha come in, I think Snorlax is clicking Protect. I was wrong, so that might be an issue. They Body Slam Talonflame, okay. I can get Garchomp in here, or Goldango. I think I like Garchomp a little bit more. Threaten Snorlax into its weaker offensive stat. Of course, I don't have Clear Amulet on this Garchomp anymore. They can fake out one of my Pokemon if they want, but I'm just gonna double... Let's not fall for that again. I'm just gonna double into Snorlax. I could actually Terra Flying Tyranitar here so that I can safely Earthquake. But I don't think there's any need. I think I can just Dragon Claw the Snorlax. They could even miss Fake Out because it's Sandveil Garchomp. They don't Fake Out at all. The U-turn. That'll get Clefairy back in. They'll have Follow Me available. And Friend Guard. But I do have 2 strong spread attacks on the field, so I can Terra Flying, Rock Slide, Earthquake. Unfortunately, I can't Terra Flying Tyranitar and Terra Ground Garchomp, but the flying I think is more important here pretty clearly. There's the Terra Ghost on the Snorlax covering for a low kick, but I thought Clefairy would click Follow Me. Is it going to click Heal Pulse? Yeah, it does. Okay, but I get the flinch, so that's nice. And actually here I can knock off an Earthquake, right? Earthquake will pick up Clefairy, and then the knockoff will go into Snorlax. So far, so good. Of course, Snorlax doesn't have an item, so that will reduce knockoff's damage. Doesn't quite KO. We lose Tyranitar, but we don't lose Garchomp, but we do lose Sand. But we still have Garchomp. It's a strong and fast Pokemon. It will get intimidated a second time here. And Incineroar is pretty much free to Flare Blitz Goldango if it wants. I'll go for the Shadow Ball into Snorlax. And so, like, they can, if they Fake Out Protect Snorlax, that doesn't really accomplish anything for them. They might want to Flare Blitz Goldango right now. No, I'm going to protect Garchomp. Maybe I'm being a coward, but okay, they do protect Snorlax. Are they going to Flare Blitz Goldango? The only good thing is, now they've knocked Goldango out, I'm free to click Earthquake with Garchomp, so I can still pick up the Snorlax here. It's just going to reduce my damage into Incineroar. It still does a lot. And I should actually take game 2 here with a single target Earthquake. Nice. So we're going to game 3. I liked that mode. I think Talonflame Tyranitar or Talonflame Garchomp. Talonflame Tyranitar was nice for the pressure that it put onto Sinistcha. On the other hand, if they do Komodo stuff this time... Oh, open team sheets. If they do Komodo stuff this time, that could be an issue. But Tyranitar is the Assault Vest. I'll do Talonflame Tyranitar again. Garchomp for sure. The only one I'm second guessing is Goldango. But... because it's not that good into Incineroar, it's not that good into King Gambit. It's not even really that good into Snorlax or Komodo. Maybe I bring Primarina? It at least has strong neutral stab into some of those Pokemon, are super effective. I think I'll bring Primarina instead of Goldango this time. That means I've brought every Pokemon in this set, so that's kind of fun. We do see the Komodo. I think I'm down to Terra Flying. Try to Terra Blast Komodo, though they probably won't let me. And go for the taunt into Clefairy. There's the follow me, yeah. So Terra Blast will go into Clefairy. But I can't click that again next turn. Unfortunately, I'm going to take away my own Talonflame's Gale Wings here. So I won't get the priority Brave Bird next turn. And of course, it's Covert Cloak Talonflame, so no Focus Sash. I'm going to click Rock Slide, because I think the Komodo might Terrastalize. And I'll just go for a Brave Bird into it, in case it doesn't. There's the Incineroar. So they'll intimidate both my Pokemon, and they protect Komodo. Well, this should at least do some damage to Incineroar. They have Fake Out available now. I could switch Garchomp in and try to get a Sand Veil dodge, but that doesn't really feel like a winning play. I'm just going to double target Komodo, I think. Go Sinistcha. That means no Fake Out. They've never yet clicked Fake Out in the set. Oh my god, and I crit the Komodo with a Brave Bird and knock it out. I mean, I guess that's the risk inherent in a setup mode, but that's really unlucky for my opponent. And we know their last Pokemon is Incineroar, so they don't have another attacker, really. I think I can just knock off and taunt here. If they follow me, that's not the worst thing. We get rid of Clefairy's Eviolite. They get Trick Room, but what are they going to do with it? Knock off into Sinistcha here. And I'll Brave Bird the I won't even Brave Bird the Clefairy slot. I'll switch to Primarina. We can pressure Incineroar with that. Oh, Terra Water Sinistcha. Okay, so it'll take the knockoff. And I think it'll survive. Oh, Life Dew, so it'll definitely survive the sand. That's cool. But I'll switch Tyranitar out for Talonflame. I don't really need Talonflame at this point, and I can get the sand back up with Garchomp later. And I feel pretty fine to just click Hyper Voice. Sinistcha will still resist, but Incineroar sure won't. Actually, I think I should probably protect Primarina this turn. This might be the one time they finally click Fake Out. No. Okay, Life Dew and knock off. So they'll get rid of Talonflame. I can go Garchomp here, or I can just get the sand back up. I think Garchomp is okay, because I can put a lot of pressure into this Incineroar slot now with a Stomping Tantrum. They can Rage Powder, but it won't resist anymore, and another Hyper Voice. And they're not threatening a one-hit KO in anything of mine, I'm pretty sure. Okay. There's the Matcha Gotcha. Misses Primarina, that's good for me. Burns Garchomp. So luck went both ways that turn. But get rid of Incineroar. Clefairy can't attack. There's only one turn left of Trick Room. I can... Clefairy doesn't have a... Well, Clefairy can... It doesn't have a way to heal itself, but it can be healed from Life Dew. So I think I can try to keep the pressure up here. Double into Clefairy. And then beat Sinistcha. Even crit the Clefairy. Beat Sinistcha with Tyranitar and Primarina after that. Primarina actually does take a lot from that Matcha Gotcha and gets burned, but Tyranitar will at least not take a lot. Have I knocked it off? I have. I'll just go for Terra Blast then, because it's strong, and Moonblast. Oh, it's faster than my Pokemon? In that case, it's actually bad for me that the Trick Room's over, huh? That knocks it pretty low, and I'm actually gonna protect Primarina, so they... Actually, it doesn't matter. They can't get much recovery from Primarina at this point anyway. Moonblast. And we won. Granted, with a very lucky crit on that Komodo. I'm not sure I would without that, but GG's to my opponent. The crit, they say that crit was so unfortunate. That is true. I can't argue with that. But yeah, starting tonight with a rocky win, but it is a win. I don't know how many rounds there are. We were the last to finish that round. Also, it looks like we're up to 6 players now. 5 rounds of Swiss. We'll see if that lasts. I'm just waiting for the next round to start. Yeah, should get going in just a moment. Anything happening in the stream while I was gaming? No chatters? That's okay. I'm having fun either way. Yeah. I think the hosts might be a little bit inattentive tonight. I don't say that to criticize. I don't know what else they have going on, but might take a little bit of time for the next round to start. We'll see. Could look at the metagame tab. There are only 6 players. Gholdengo is the most used Pokemon on 3 teams, so half the field. Primarina, Garchomp, Talonflame at 2 uses each. I have the only Serperior and the only Tyranitar. There's a Dunsparce, but you didn't need me to tell you that, did you? Nothing else too weird. There's Porygon Z. That's a cool Pokemon. Yeah, we're just waiting. Person said, someone in the chat, in the Discord said, I think I'm playing the Seviper team next. Is there a Seviper? Maybe they meant Serperior. In any case, they're not my opponent. But I do have one now. Ooh, Sylveon, Dragapult, Hisuian, Arcanine, Whimsicott, Amoonguss, Basculegion. Interesting team. Just gonna confirm their showdown name. Okay. And here we go with round 2. I could try to make a Seviper team. Actually, I did that in my Team Rocket video that just went up, but that had additional restrictions, of course. Good luck, have fun. Okay, Sylveon. Oh, I do not have much time. The timer wasn't on last round, and now it is. I could just lead Talonflame Garchomp. I do have to worry about the Arcanine, but I don't have much time. I'm just going to do it. Bring Tyranitar and Prima Gholdengo, and we'll call that a mode. Okay, Arcanine, Basculegion. That's a lot of pressure for them right off the bat. I can at least get my Tailwind. It's Scarf Basculegion, though. Well, let's just do it. I don't know what else to do, so let's just send it. Oh, that's I didn't think about that. Extreme Speed turned off the Gale Wings, so then their Scarf Basculegion was faster. At least they traded their Arcanine for that. Let's go ahead and bring this in. Thing is, I kind of want to Terra Ground Garchomp in front of these 2 Pokemon, but how do I not lose to Basque Legion if I use my Terra on Garchomp? I do not know. Truthfully, maybe I just need Sand Veil to bail me out. I don't know. Just do this. Just keep it simple. Oh, Garchomp should get another attack off, actually. It does some damage. Get rid of Dragapult. Take a fair bit from Hyper Voice. That wasn't really part of the plan. Lose to Basque Legion. Well, we'll try to Thunderbolt it. And I guess just Rock Slide. Can I beat Sylveon? Like, if Basque Legion knocks out Tyranitar, it has Shadow Ball. Wow. Last respects into Goldango instead, okay. But I'm going to lose to Basque Legion here. And yeah, my offense just couldn't keep up with their offense. Yeah, I'll knock off. But really, I'll lose. Okay. Well, that was a quick one. Don't say GG's now. We have, hopefully, 2 more games to play. Hopefully. Hopefully, but what do? I could try to get Serperior going. But what opening is there for it here? I gotta do Serperior Primarina lead. 2 Pokemon I didn't bring to game 1. They still threaten Arcanine. They don't have to worry about Intimidate. I'll do Garchomp and Talonflame in the back, because I think without getting Intimidated turn 1, those 2 are actually pretty strong. We do see the Arcanine with the Basque Legion, so that is a less threatening lead this time, I think. They can knock out Serperior if they want, but if I trade Serperior for Arcanine and a bunch of damage on stuff, I think I'm okay with that. So we'll just send a Leaf Storm Hyper Voice. The Terra Grass Arcanine, of course. They do have that available. So I'm not going to get that ton of damage. Get some damage on the Sylveon. They go for Rock Slide, so not knocking anything out. And they're Choice Banded. I could get Garchomp in if I could trust that I'll knock out Sylveon here. But as it is, Sylveon is a threat to Garchomp. It's probably better to bring Garchomp in when something goes down. So, Leaf Storm. You know what I can do? I can actually do the Pledge combo into Sylveon. Get the Swamp, and then I don't need to set Tailwind with Talonflame. It can just attack. I think I'm down to do that. It's actually probably less damage. I don't know. I'm going to try it. It's cool. Idea. Wait, what happened? Oh, I clicked Leaf Storm instead of Grass Pledge. So I talked through a fun idea, but then I didn't actually do it. Totally unintentionally. I meant to do it. But here we are. I'm going to Stellar Terra Blast stuff at this point. Why not? Let's Tailwind. They can't click Extreme Speed because they're Choice Banded. Tailwind. Terra Blast Dragapult. Lose to Basque Legion? Not necessarily. I'm counting on Serperior to take another Rock Slide or dodge it. Either one works. KO the Dragapult. Oh, it does dodge the Rock Slide. Let's go. I got Garchomp in. I can't just spam Earthquake, but I don't really want to in this position anyway. Arcanine is locked into Rock Slide forever, so if I just get rid of Basque Legion, then Garchomp wins. And I do get rid of Basque Legion. Slower than Serperior under Tailwind. And so we'll take game 2. I can finish this with a Terra Blast. And look at Serperior putting in work at least one more time. But now it's game 3. That all felt pretty strong. Maybe they bring a Moongus this time. Do a Sludge Bomb on that. I could try Serperior Talonflame lead this time. Get the Tailwind up immediately. I'm actually just going to run back the same mode as last game. Hopefully I can find the right adjustments if they adjust themselves. We do see the Amoonguss. And the Dragapult. Yeah, so there could be a Sludge Bomb coming out into either of my Pokemon here. The value of adjustments right there. I kind of want to protect Serperior and just Moonblast Dragapult. Terra Dragon, okay. Those are the Dragon Darts, but no damage. I don't know if that crit mattered. I feel like I've been lucky tonight, that's for sure. They cannot Terrastallize Arcanine. But I have to be somewhat careful here because they can outspeed Primarina. So, I think I'm going to switch Primarina out to Garchomp. I'm just going to Leaf Storm the Arcanine. But I'm also going to look for an opening to get Talonflame in and get Tailwind. Actually, I could have done the Pledge combo into Arcanine this turn, couldn't I? Oh well, I didn't think of it. Serperior only gets a little bit of setup this time. We do trade it for Arcanine. Now I get Talonflame in with Garchomp into the Basculegion. I'm just going to Tailwind and Earthquake, I think. Maybe I should Brave Bird Amoonguss, but if they protect and attack Talonflame, that's not very useful to me. Actually click Rage Powder with the Amoonguss. But yeah, I get good damage with Earthquake into both Pokemon. Okay. And they're not going to Spore Garchomp. You're going to Last Respects Garchomp. Garchomp just dropped that. Talonflame still has Gale Wings intact, and they can't click Aqua Jet. We're Brave Bird Amoonguss here, and yeah, I mean, I don't have Protect on Talonflame. If they protect Amoonguss, good for them. Primarina probably doesn't need to Terrastallize. I don't think it matters here. Oh, you know what I can do? I can Terra Grass Talonflame. Again! I'd never done it before tonight, but I can do it again. No, that doesn't matter either, because the Basculegion won't click a water attack. So that actually just makes Talonflame weaker into their team. I'm just going to click Brave Bird into Amoonguss and Moonblast into Basculegion. Rage Powder. But we knock it out. Last Respect into Primarina. I still have Tailwind up. I believe Talonflame should be faster. And it is, and gets the KO. GG's, and another win on the board in a matchup that looked iffy at first. And there's one set still going in the round, so we weren't the last one this time. The Dunsparce won this round. They start 0-1 because they missed the first round, but they're 1-1 now. Looks like they 2-0'd their opponent, and people are talking in the Discord about flinches. Go figure. I sneeze. Feel like there's one coming. My bad if it does. Somebody was watching. Not sure you're still here now, but hello. This one started a little earlier than usual, which is nice because they usually start at 10 p.m. in my time zone, but I've just been tired today. It's just been a tired day, so that's what it is. Yeah. It also looks like the one remaining set is in game 3, so shouldn't be too much longer. They're still saying 5 rounds of Swiss. 6 players. That's that'd be something. Is that just a round robin then? Like, I don't think Limitless will let me have the same opponent twice in Swiss, so if I've played 4 of the 5 possible opponents, will it just pair me with the last one independent of their record? I actually think it might. Oh, looks like everyone's done. And the new round has started. I have my opponent. They have... That's the Porygon Z team. It's a rain team. Oh, they have the Bullet Seed Rillaboom. So some of the Pokemon kind of look like the team that won Gdansk, but then they have Screens Grimmsnarl. Actually, it's Terra Ghost Grimmsnarl, otherwise exactly the set that I used on that Sableye in the Grand Challenge. And then a Specs Porygon Z could be interesting for sure to deal with. Okay. Good luck, have fun. How do I beat Screens Rain stuff? Serperior is not bad into this. It can... I actually kind of like Serperior into our Chaladon because it can set up special attack boosts that are hard for the Archaladon to deal with, and if Archaladon is forced to Terrastallize at some point, then of course Serperior can get it with a Stellar Terra Blast. I also don't think Specs Gholdengo is the worst idea up front. A few of these Pokemon are kind of ruined if they get Specs tricked onto them. It's a little silly, but I actually think I'll lead those 2 Pokemon. I could bring Talonflame, I could bring Tyrant. I probably should bring Tyranitar. I'm gonna bring Tyranitar and Garchomp. No Tailwind this game. We'll see how it goes. So we see Pelipper and Basculegion. That does kind of pressure my Pokemon immediately. And the Pelipper does have Wide Guard. Not that I'd necessarily want to click Make It Rain here anyway. I could just lock Gholdengo into Shadow Ball. But the only thing that could come into the Basculegion slot that would be okay with Specs, maybe they're a Chaladon, but otherwise just the Porygon Z. So I'm actually going to click Trick. They protect, and now I've locked Gholdengo into Trick, and they know. On the other hand, Leaf Storm one-shotting Pelipper is great. And actually, I think here I can just Leaf Storm the Basculegion and turn off its Swift Swim by switching to Tyranitar. That feels pretty strong here. And then when Gholdengo comes back in, it can click a different move if I want it to instead of... okay. They go for the Terra Grass there. That's a good call by them. Last Respects does a lot with only 1 teammate defeated. They're going to potentially make it a bit harder for me to deal with this Archaladon now, but Let's do what we can here. Getting rid of the assault vest would be good. Was kind of hoping that wouldn't KO, but it does. Okay. But no more assault vest. I can get Goldango back in. Or I can go Garchomp here. They can't terrestrialize our Chaladon. But I kind of like Goldango. And Terra Steel around Ghost type damage from the Basculegion. Let's try that at least. Try to get rid of this Archaladon. Might as well see what I can do with this Basculegion as well. There are probably holes in this plan, but we do knock out our Chaladon. Goldango does survive the last respect, so that turn went about as well as it could have, and they forfeit. Don't get to see what their fourth Pokemon is, so that's interesting. The Serperior genuinely put out some pressure early game there. I like that it one-shot the Pelipper. We're going to run that back. I don't think I need the Specs Goldango in the lead this time. Primarina might be kind of cool in a lead slot. Maybe. The Rillaboom could be an issue. Does the Rillaboom have high horsepower? It doesn't. I actually am going to lead Goldango again. I think I'm just going to bring the same Pokemon. Okay, we see Rillaboom and Porygon Z this time. They can fake out Serperior, but not Goldango. I could trick Choice Specs onto... Oh, it's Ground Terra Blast Porygon Z. So Goldango might just lose to that anyway. In that case, I'm going to Leaf Storm it and hope they don't fake out Serperior. And I'll just click Make It Rain. I was going to joke about how I could trick the Choice Specs on a Porygon Z, but it already has Choice Specs. But that would be very silly, obviously. Right, they do go for the Terra Ground, so they might go for the Terra Blast here. Yeah. But then Terra Flying Tyranitar should be pretty strong coming in on this next to Serperior. Right, I can try to Leaf Storm the Porygon Z slot, and Flying... I could Terra Blast. I could Rock Slide. I'm just going to Terra Blast this slot. If our Chaladon comes in, then that's a good play for them, I guess. They actually don't switch anything. But they do this. Okay. They have their Rain now. I can get rid of Pelipper. Turning the Rain back off might be harder. Protect around a possible fake out and try to get rid of this Pelipper. Okay, good. Yeah, they were afraid of Serperior. Makes sense after game one. Pelipper's gone. If I can get Garchomp in, I can get Sand back. I do think it's worth it because of that Basculegion. I do think I want to turn off its Swift Swim. Be nice if Serperior gets through this turn. Oh, and I think it will. Yeah. Not super easily, but it happened. Be aggressive. Especially since Serperior is about to take sand damage again. They punished the aggressive play. Fair enough. But this Bullet Seed... it is actually stacking that damage into Tyranitar. That did more than I'd like. Grassy terrain is gone. I can Earthquake if I want. Rillaboom will still resist, of course, but... I think I'm better off just double targeting Basculegion with single target moves. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, that almost knocked out Tyranitar. They miss a Bullet Seed into Garchomp. If they doubled into Tyranitar and knocked it out there, I don't know that I'd have a way to win. But now I might have a way to win. Maybe. This will do a lot. Oh, but it won't KO, even with 5 hits. So, 3-0. With some luck in all 3 sets, for sure. But we take those. I would think that would clinch top cut, but there's supposedly still a couple rounds of Swiss left. We were the first set to finish this time. Hi, Dylan. If you're still there, 1 minute delay and I can't see chat while I'm playing. But I see your message now. Not sure when you sent it exactly. Thanks for tuning in. I should put in the description or something that there's a 1 minute delay instead of having to just say it all the time and expect people to understand, huh? Anyway, we're just gonna have to wait for round 3 to finish here. This is round 3 out of supposedly 5 rounds of Swiss, and I do believe I'll be making top cut based on how this has gone so far. And if you missed the very beginning of the stream, I'm using basically one of the better versions of the Serperior team that I've been trying out for a while, but had drifted away from for a bit. Honestly, because I don't expect it to be good anymore. I drifted away from it just because I was working on other things, but I intended to come back to it, and then a bunch of metagame developments happened that I think are probably bad for this team. But we're giving it a go. So far so good tonight, although I have been at least a little bit lucky in all 3 sets. But I'm basically starting to think about whether I want to continue to work on this team for now, or pivot harder to something else, at least for a while. So we're seeing how this team goes in the current meta. Although this tournament that I've joined, I think, is not super representative of the tournament meta. Case in point, the Dunsparce team just won again, so I'll probably play that next round. Yeah, they're definitely, independent of how the last set turns out, Dunsparce is guaranteed to be the strongest opponent left that I haven't played yet, so should be getting them next round. But anyway, still having fun, and I hope you are too if you're watching. I inserted. I suppose you could have stream sniped, but I have 1 minute delay on, so the timer would have made that difficult, I think. But also, I was just kind of clicking buttons a lot of the time, to be honest. I do like how well this team clicks buttons. I'll say that about it. Independent of the state of the meta. Oh, new round. I'm not playing Dunsparce. Yeah, these pairings are all goofed up, I think, because we're doing 5 rounds of Swiss with 6 players. I am playing a different opponent. They have Glamora, Specs Goldango, although theirs has Dazzling Gleam instead of Thunderbolt. Garchomp, Talonflame, Rillaboom, Primarina. So some parts of this team look pretty familiar. They have Haze on their Primarina and Terra Poison. So that might be a little bit hard to deal with. But let's see. Should be ready to play now. Inserted if you're still watching. I mean, you're probably playing now too, but just to let you know, I am keeping an eye out for your response in chat, but I can't see chat when I'm playing because I only have one monitor, so I'll check back after the set. Okay, yeah, Some resemblance between these teams, huh? Good luck, have fun. Okay. The Power Herb Meat Eater Beam Glamora is a difference for sure. By the way, that's one of my favorite Wolf Glick-isms, calling that move Meat Eater Beam. I feel like that one's underappreciated. I'm gonna lead Talonflame to match their Tailwind if they lead their Talonflame. But with what? Primarina's pretty good. I could do Garchomp Tyranitar. I do actually kind of like Serperior into this team. I could do Garchomp Serperior. I could do Goldango. I could do Tyranitar Goldango. Garchomp Goldango. Let's do Tyranitar Goldango this game. Okay, we do see both Talonflame lead and their Garchomp Terra Steel, so feel pretty safe to click Tailwind and Hyper Voice here. Let's see. There's the Terra Steel. Doesn't change the Hyper Voice matchup, of course. They will. I was going to say knock out my Talonflame with Dragon Claw, but actually it doesn't KO. You get rid of their Talonflame. It might be worth preserving mine so that I can get Tailwind back up later. We see their Primarina here. So the problem is if I switch my Talonflame out, what am I switching in, right? I don't really want anything taking this Hyper Voice. Talonflame obviously doesn't have Gale Wings anymore, but I believe it should be the fastest Pokemon on the field, so it might be best to just like Flare Blitz Garchomp and Moonblast their Primarina. They protect, okay. There's their Hyper Voice. Hate it. Don't hate Goldango either. I think Terraflying Tyranitar is alright. And I'll just go for a low kick into Garchomp and another Moonblast into Primarina. Okay, Assault Vest Tyranitar coming through. Get rid of Garchomp. Good damage to their Primarina. It'll drop to Sand next turn. That's... Oh, well... I don't remember what order that goes out in next to Grassy Terrain, actually. I don't think I need Tyranitar anymore. I don't think I need Tyranitar anymore, so I'm going to Terra Blast this if they let me and Protect. They fake out of the Primarina slot, but... Yeah, okay, the Tyranitar goes down. Their Primarina does faint to Sand, and I should be able to beat the Rillaboom. They do have Knockoff, actually. They don't have high horsepower. Oh, I've already used my Terra. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's Make It Rain and Moonblast. They choose to target Primarina. They knock it out. Do I lose this? I don't think so. I don't think so. Ah, Goldango's actually faster. I just was fooled by the Grassy Glide priority last turn. So we take game one. But this is, of course, a tough matchup just because it's close enough to a mirror. I could see them leading Rillaboom this time. But that doesn't hurt that much if I lead Talonflame Primarina again, right? Because I have the Talonflame helping to cover that. I'm going to try the same 4 Pokemon again. Okay, we see Glamora this time. Terra Grass. Could be an issue. For sure. That could be a real problem. But I'm just going to go for it again. If they click the Terra Grass, then I can try to beat that with Tyranitar. After Talonflame probably goes down. Yeah, there's the Terra Grass. Power Herb, Meat Eater Beam into Talonflame. I like the Odyssey theme in their nicknames, by the way. I only started to pick up on it toward the end of Game 1. Yeah, these are all characters in the Odyssey. I think I'm fine to Terra Blast this. If that gives them Toxic Debris, it doesn't matter. I just have Goldango in the back. That did a lot of damage to Primarina. Okay, I threw away my Primarina needlessly there. That might cost me. Terra Blast does KO. It does give them Toxic Debris, but they are nonetheless not able to poison anything of mine this game. And their Goldango is also running Choice Specs, so it is locked in to make it rain. I can Shadow Ball it pretty easily. Problem is, I'm not sure that I know how I beat their Primarina after that. Might even drop to Primarina first. No, okay. My Goldango's faster than the Primarina, but I mean, if this Shadow Ball doesn't basically one-shot, then we lose game 2. We'll go to game 3. And it's going to be tricky for sure. Okay. Yeah, the Terra Grass Glamora kind of boomed me there. But I do like this. I do still like this lead. I just have to figure out the rest. You know, I'm going to bring the Serperior to this game. It can threaten a Terrestrialize Glamora with Terra Blast, and it can threaten Primarina with Leaf Storm. And I'll bring Goldango. Okay, we do see this lead again. I do still think I'm best off clicking Tailwind and Hyper Voice. Removing their Talonflame early is very good, especially since I brought Serperior this time. And the Tailwind will also be important for a Serperior plan. They protect the Glamora this time, and no immediate Terra. We'll get rid of their Talonflame here. That might actually open up some options for me. You see their Garchomp. They can go Terra Steel if they want. Of course, they can't both Terra Grass and Terra Steel. So that's something. Don't really know what to do with the Talonflame here. I'm actually not eager to Brave Bird into the Glamora to cover a Terra, because this time I kind of don't want to give them Toxic Debris. So I guess I'll Brave Bird Garchomp. I'll just Hyper Voice and see what they do. They do Terrestrialize Glamora. Meat Eater Beam goes into Talonflame. Good. Get rid of the Garchomp. We'll see what their last Pokemon is, and I think we'll go Serperior immediately. It's Goldango. I'm just gonna I'm gonna protect both of my Pokemon this turn. See what the Goldango locks into. Try to bait out a Spiky Shield on their Glamora. No Spiky Shield, just Sludge Wave. Okay. I suppose that makes sense. Goldango locks in to make it rain. That's probably good for me if I can remove the Glamora. I'm going to risk the Terra Blast now. And I'll just Hyper Voice to try to chip their Goldango. They get me with the Spiky Shield. Okay. But I think Serperior might take to make it rain. Yeah, it does. Not very well, but surviving was the key here. Both Tailwinds are up. I got my Goldango in. Terra Blast and Shadow Ball might win this on the spot, and it looks like they will. So Yep, just need the Shadow Ball to go through. And that was a fun one for sure. GG's. And 4-0 on the night now with, I believe, 1 round of Swiss left. Okay, I won game 1, lost game 2, and won game 3. I'm going to check chat now. Dunsparce Lover, or Dunparse Lover on Showdown, that really confused me at first. I don't know if you've heard me say that before. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, we were last to finish. There's already a new round. And somebody dropped, but also I do get the Dunparse Lover this round. Wonderful. I will go ahead and send that challenge right now. Because I know you, I know who you are now, Dunparse Lover. Rock Slide goes brr. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. If you've watched my streams, you've seen this team. And because I'm a man of principle, I will say good luck, have fun. But I hope the Dunsparce specifically has bad luck. There's faster. If we both get Tailwind up, I can Leaf Storm to Dunsparce. I also do like bringing Tyranitar and Garchomp here because honestly, Sandveil Garchomp can dodge a Rock Slide if it has to, maybe. Alright, let's do Serperior, Talonflame, Tyranitar. I'll give them a moment to remember to accept open team sheets before I click on the Garchomp. Hope they're not stream sniping. I inserted. That was you who dropped. Well, feel free to stick around to watch the rest of this. You know what? I have 1 minute delay. I don't have to worry about it. They can't stream snipe me if I just click before the timer expires, which I should do anyway. But I'm just giving them a moment to remember to accept open team sheets, and there it is. Maybe they did snipe. Maybe I messed up the timing. But I mean, I pretty much expected this lead. And we'll just Leaf Storm and Tailwind. They could do that. Yeah, I didn't account for that, did I? No flinch? Flinches. Okay. Yeah, welcome to this matchup. I'll go right for the Sandstorm because, you know. And hey, they can't Thunderwave Garchomp. They can hit that Rock Slide at least. Doesn't do very much damage. That's another plus. Misses Tyranitar, but it hits Garchomp. And gets the flinch. You at least knock out Murkrow here. But these are the bigger problems on this team. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see if I can get this knockoff into their Ursaluna. Okay, Rock Slide misses Garchomp. We knock out to Dunsparce. Does it get one last flinch on Tyranitar? No. Nice. Okay, no Throat Spray for them. They do finally knock out my Garchomp. I'm down to just Tyranitar and Serperior. That part's not ideal. They also have King Gambit in the back. I'm going to Terra Flying. These both have Terra Ghost, so I'm going to low kick one of them, but I just have to guess right on which one. So let's try to do that. 1 minute delay, even if they're sniping, which I really hope you're not. You seem like a good dude. Can't get me. But I do low kick the wrong target, unfortunately. Again, with the delay, they cannot have sniped that. I just guessed wrong. Just to be clear, if anyone's watching that might think that. But yeah, they certainly got me this game. And we'll move on to game 2. And you know what? I'm just going to lead Tyranitar Dragonite this time. Or Tyranitar Garchomp this time. Get that Sand Veil right away. I'll still bring Serperior in the back because it's legitimately strong into some of these Pokemon. And I'm going to bring Primarina for all the offense I can get. Oh! The timer is longer than I realized, huh? Well, whatever. I already said my plan. If they counter team, they didn't. I should trust you more than this, Dunsparce lover. You've never given me reason to doubt. Just felt a little weird that you took so long to accept open team sheets last game. Also, you didn't do it this time, so maybe you are just forgetting. Whatever. I know your team well enough, and I can check the rest of the details on Limitless. So the reason I'm not Terrasalizing Tyranitar and clicking Earthquake right away is that I don't want to take super effective Rock Slide. I think that's still correct, so we'll try to Dragon Claw to Dunsparce. Also, I mean, Earthquake won't affect the Murkrow anyway. Okay, Garchomp breaks through and gets a crit, which I am not going to feel bad about in this matchup. The Dunsparce only has one more Rock Slide in it. Oh, and Murkrow can't Thunder Wave Tyranitar either because it's a Dark type, so good reason to leave Tyranitar in here. I'll protect Garchomp. No reason to let it get needlessly chipped. Dunsparce will go down this turn. I didn't bring my Tailwind this time, but they only have 2 turns left of theirs, and I've already taken out 2 of their Pokemon. We see Goldango and Kingambit. What's the Goldango's Terra type? I'm going to have to check on Limitless. It's Fairy. What's his item? Specs. I'll target a knockoff into that. And now that I've Terrasalized Tyranitar, I can go for Earthquake. Okay, they connect a Sucker Punch. They connected Dazzling Gleam. Probably should have preserved my Garchomp and brought it back in later. I'm playing too quickly. I think it had an emotional reaction to the Dunsparce, if I'm being honest. I'm going to go Serperior here, because I'm trying to clean up this Goldango. I don't know that they're going to let Tyranitar attack, but let's hope they do. Sucker Punch fails into presumably Serperior. I don't think Dazzling Gleam KOs Tyranitar. Nope, so we get rid of Kingambit. And yeah, I can clean up the Goldango from here, I think. I still have a secret Pokemon in the back that they don't know about. But might not even need that this game, as sure enough, Serperior knocks out Goldango, and we'll go to game 3. And I'm certainly leading these again, and I'll figure out the rest in a moment. But yeah, having the Sand Veil and the Sand Chip immediately feels like the very best thing I can do into this matchup. I'm just giving them time to accept open team sheets before I lock in my last 2 Pokemon. Listen, Inserted, there are different degrees of good and bad guys. I kind of respect the sheer commitment to the Dunsparce bit, you know? Please do accept open team sheets, though. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's the same 2 Pokemon in the back. Okay. Murkrow Kingambit this time. The Kingambit has Iron Head and Brick Break, so that will kind of pressure me to Terrasalize Tyranitar right off the bat. And I think I will give in to that pressure. Let's try this. This covers for, yeah, that, exactly. I didn't want to low kick the Kingambit in case it did that. They're trying to get rid of Garchomp before they go to the Dunsparce, because that might work. Well, I don't have to let them Sucker Punch it here. There's the Dunsparce. Okay, Tyranitar. This is your moment to break through this Rock Slide, Flinch. Did they miss? Oh, they missed. Nice. Let's go. Get rid of King Gambit. That might just be letting in Ursaluna or something. And they have Tailwind up and I don't. Yeah, it's Ursaluna. Okay, I can still lose for sure. I'll try to low kick and I'll try to Earthquake. I connect the Rock Slide into both Pokemon. Garchomp goes next, doesn't flinch, gets some damage. And I lose both Pokemon to Hyper Voice, but their Tailwind is almost up. It's the last turn. Both of these two have Protect. I can Protect through the last turn of their Tailwind. It's Scarf to Dunsparce. Why have I been saying that Serperior is faster? It isn't, but in any case, I'm gonna Hyper Voice and Leaf Storm into Ursaluna. I need Ursaluna out of here, so I just need, as much as I want to get rid of the Dunsparce, if only there's a good chance only one of my Pokemon breaks through the flinch, so I'm gonna double target Ursaluna. Serperior flinches. Primarina flinches. No. Oh no, they. How much did that do with the Rock Slide? They can knock out Serperior here. I just have to. I think I just have to. I just have to hope the Primarina breaks through. Or maybe I should have banked on the missing Rock Slide into Serperior, but too late now. Okay, they got Primarina. They knocked it out. Unless they just miss a bunch of Rock Slides from here on out, which frankly would feel like justice. But they do miss one. Okay, it's not over yet. If they miss this Rock Slide and I hit the Leaf Storm, I win. But that's not what happens. Hey, that was a close one, though. I gave them a fight. And if we see that to Dunsparce again, maybe their luck runs out. Who's to say? But yeah, there it is. Somehow we were the last set to finish. I think people dropping is the how. I'll find out when Top Cut goes up. That was the last round of Swiss. I finished 4-1. So I will make Top Cut, I do believe. Although I don't know what kind of Top Cut there's going to be because there's not much of a field left in this tournament. It might just be me versus the Dunsparce again. We're definitely the top two, but I don't know. We'll see. Well, the top two so far in the standings. But I don't know. We'll see. The Dunsparce has swept the whole field tonight. They started with a loss because they missed round one, and then they won 4 in a row. I bet I gave them a closer fight than some people did. That said, I don't really feel like I've learned anything from this tournament. None of the teams that I faced. The one rain team was, I think that was you inserted, right? Your rain team was somewhat close to sort of metagame standard right now, but nothing else I faced tonight was even all that close. So I don't really feel like I've learned anything about what the metagame trends have done to this team. I probably will experiment with it some more somewhere else, probably off stream, before I make a decision on how much more I want to do with it. But I do have some other things I'm working on right now. A couple of more standard team comps that I'm enjoying a lot. Well, one more standard and one that is not super standard, but has had some good results lately. But I'm sure those things will show up on the channel in due time. Anyway, just waiting for Top Cut. Still feel like I might sneeze at some point, but so far I haven't. But if you can hear a little bit of sniffling, my bad. New Terror types on Primarina and Garchomp really haven't come into play tonight either. I say new, they're standard, but they're new to this team. I do think I'm done subbing in other Pokemon on this team. I think I'll live and... Well, not I. The team will probably live and die by these 6. I was thinking about trying like Vivillon or something in the Talonflame slot, but I don't know that I feel motivated to do that. And Talonflame has been pretty good tonight. I even terrestrialized it for the first time. It's getting a little... The time is kind of creeping up on me here, too. It's getting close to 11. But hey, usually I finish these around midnight. I do still like this earlier start time. It would be optimal for me if it were even earlier still, but at some point I guess you have to look out for people on the West Coast or something. Still taking a while here. But just a matter of the host, I think, checking in and setting it up. I don't know, I've never run a Limitless tournament. There do seem to be some ways to mess Top Cut up, but I don't know how much work it actually is. Wait, the Dunsparce player, I'm scrolling through part of the Discord right now, a channel I don't usually look at, and the Dunsparce player said, "This is my 2-month anniversary of playing VGC." So wait, if you're here in the chat, have you actually just been playing Dunsparce for your entire quote-unquote career? Like, I know you're committed to the bit, and there's something I really respect that about you, but is the bit the only thing you've ever done? That is something else. And here I felt weirdly committed to this team. Anyway. Anyway, what? I don't know. Just waiting. Oh, never mind. Looks like it started. It is just straight to the final, and it is just a Dunsparce matchup. Or rematch, I mean. Alright, let's see if my luck is slightly better this time. Snake versus Snake. Serperior versus Dunsparce. Round 2 tonight, but I don't know what total. Oh, did they send a challenge? No, that's just the earlier interaction, I think. I didn't actually check that they've seen. They have seen on Limitless. They said they wrote, "Hey, this again, this again, indeed, this again." All right. Well, I mean, open team sheets. Good luck. Have fun again. Because I'm a man of principle. I'm gonna wish to Dunsparce good luck. That's called having values. I'm gonna wait for them to remember to accept open team sheets, and then yeah, we're just gonna do this again. I mean, what else? I mean, not bringing Talonflame means I never get Tailwind, but it doesn't matter that much, I don't think. This can Terra Ghost if it wants. It really messes me up, too, that they have Terra Ghost Ursaluna and Terra Ghost King Gambit. Because even when I do get my attacks off, it's hard to get safe attacks into those. So you know what? For what this team is, that's a pretty smart team building choice. Okay. Let's just try to get rid of the Dunsparce. They actually have Terra Ghost on that, too. Well, they don't have their Tailwind up, so actually let's try to get rid of the Ursaluna's Throat Spray. And do this, I guess. Garchomp flinches. Tyranitar doesn't flinch. Crits Ursaluna. I'm not going to feel bad about anything like that in this matchup. I can promise you that. Okay, let's try to get rid of this Ursaluna, and let's try again to attack this Dunsparce. There's the Terra Ghost, but I didn't fall for it. This time. We knock it out, but what do they have in the back? They could start even bringing the Decidueye this set if they want. Yeah, because they've seen me lead these two Pokemon so often. In that case, I think I'm going to preserve Tyranitar. Serperior's main matchup is already gone, so I don't need Serperior anymore. And I'll try to get rid of this Dunsparce if I can. But the idea is to be able to bring Tyranitar back in without the Rock Slide pressure. Click Terra Flying. Okay, no flinch. Nice. Bring Tyranitar in without the Rock Slide pressure. Click Terra Flying and get rid of this Decidueye. But we'll see what their last Pokemon is here. Goldango. Okay. I could even just Earthquake, but I feel like I might as well just Stomping Tantrum. Let's just double into Goldango. I could Terra Ground. No, I can't because I need the Terra Flying. That would have been a pretty bad mistake. We get rid of Goldango, and yeah, we should be able to beat Decidueye from here. Serperior drops, but that's okay. We get Tyranitar back. Nobody has Tailwind this time. Not that it matters. Should be able to take game one here. Yep. The Garchomp actually did a lot of damage before Tyranitar even got its attack off. And we'll go to game two. That one went pretty smoothly, but obviously I had good Rock Slide luck that time. Open team sheets. See how long it takes them to remember to accept open team sheets. It's not the end of the world if they don't, because I know this team pretty well at this point, but also I have it on Limitless. But it's convenient if they do remember. Okay, good. And you know what we're doing here. I don't feel like I have a different mode anymore. The Murkrow's back. Okay. Well, let's try to get damage into the Dunsparce. At least Murkrow can't Thunder Wave these two Pokemon, because one's a ground type, but one's a dark type. Hair Slash for the extra flinch chance, but they still don't get it. Okay. Oh, Tyranitar doesn't flinch either? Okay, we get rid of both Pokemon this turn. This might be it. We might just win the tournament. Oh, the King Gambit can Sucker Punch Garchomp if it wants, but there's not much I can do about that, and hey, maybe they miss. All right. Oh, I could have earthquaked if I was going for the Terraflying. I should, in fact, I should have. Oh well, getting a little loopy at the end of the night. And in that, if I wasn't going to do that, I could have preserved the Stellar Terra for Serperior, but I don't think it should matter at this point. What did Goldango use? Dazzling Gleam? That's probably fine. Just attack. Oh, I knocked it off. I forgot. So it was able to change moves. Oh well. Oh, actually I could lose this for sure. Life Orb King Gambit, though. Serperior might be able to beat this. Gonna need to connect my Leaf Storm. And I think it worked out. Alright, so we got them when it counted. GG's Dunpar's Lover 32. Luck was just not on your side this set. But it seems like it was for the rest of the night, so I guess it was, I guess the bill came due. But GG's for sure. Always a pleasure. I really respect your commitment to the bit, and it is kind of fun to take on this absolute nonsense that you bring to every single tournament. Anyway, won the tournament. That's kind of fun and cool. I definitely had some good luck myself along the way. I don't feel like I learned very much about how this team stacks up into the current meta, because this was really not much of a standard meta tournament. I will probably work on this team off stream some more. I think next time I stream it'll be a different team. And honestly probably a gimmick, but we'll see. But like I said, I have other things I'm working on too. I'll figure out my priorities. In any case, I'm just going to hang around for a moment and see if Dunsparce Lover wants to pop up in chat. But otherwise, that's it for tonight. Tournament's over. I went 4-1 in Swiss and then won the final. It was just top 2 cut. So I believe that is my second Biff Pips Battle Frontier win. But it was a pretty small one to begin with, and I had some good luck. We still take those. In any case, yeah, I don't see Dunsparce Lover popping up in chat. They seem to be typing in the Discord instead. But oh, there you are. GG. Yeah. When you hear this in a minute, GG for sure. Your team is something different, that's for sure, and I really do respect that. But in any case, that's it for the stream. It's 11 p.m. Instead of complaining about being tired, I can go do something about it. Might use Flig King's Rock Sneasler next. Well, hey, by all means, innovate. Sneasler would be faster than that Hisuian Decidueye you keep bringing, so it definitely might be worth trying out as a different fighting type. But anyway, yeah, I was just winding down, so I'm going to call it here. I'll be back sometime. And of course, there are more videos going up. I'm actually way ahead on recording right now, but whatever it is that you see next on this channel, please do check it out, and see you next time.